First, I absolutely believe that this budget and the vision it represents would end our human spaceflight program as we know it and would surrender, at least for our lifetime, perhaps forever, our world leadership in the area. And in so doing, I believe we would lose all of the enormous benefits of the technological advances that go along with all of that. Secondly, I believe it does this because it cancels all major existing human spaceflight programs, not only ending shuttle, but completely canceling its replacement, the Constellation program, and replaces all that with little more than a hope and a prayer that commercial providers will eventually pick up the slack. Third, I believe this budget, as the chairman very correctly noted, is a budget without a mission. You know, our greatest accomplishments in human spaceflight were gained because President Kennedy said, "We will land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth by the end of this decade." President Kennedy didn't say, "We're going to spend several billion dollars and do some really neat R&D." He said, "We're going to land a man on the moon, we're going to return him safely to Earth within this decade." It's a big difference. And the mission this budget lays out is more like my second statement, which is no mission at all. You don't accomplish great things without a clearly defined mission, and this budget has no clearly defined mission. Fourth, what does this do to the gap, the employment gap that we've all said we're very concerned about, including you, Mr. Administrator? I'll tell you what it does to it. In terms of employment within the entire industry, in my opinion, it absolutely expands the gap. In terms of the gap regarding the NASA family, the folks within NASA programs like Constellation, it grows the gap. It grows the gap to infinity. It says there's no gap anymore. We just fall off a cliff. And I think that is enormously detrimental to the NASA family and the long-term capability of NASA. I certainly want to offer a completely different message. I will fight with every ounce of energy I have to defeat this budget or anything like it, to fundamentally change it. And I want to give the NASA family out there some hope of doing that. And I believe there is great bipartisan support for that effort, as Senator Nelson laid out.